What's up, everybody? This is the poker coaching study session, and today we're going to be looking at a hand history from Danny. Danny, you know how they run these? How do they say accumulators for
Phases, Louis, I think they're called.
the phase? It starts with a six. You get into a 60. The 60 gets you in the 600. So one of our friend Danny played the 60, and he sent me his hand to see basically if we could find some spot to improve. So let's see. It's not many hands, so it's gonna be quick. So two big blind, defend here. It's not great. Am I wrong?
Is this a small blind or what?
Yeah, small blind.
Yeah,
Um, I think it's not great to defend the offsuit ones. Like you probably like this deep, like you think it's like pretty good to defend because you can make straights and stuff, but I don't think it's like that great at all because you're offsuit, you're gonna be out of position. Like I think you can VPip it, it's not a mistake, but you have to be kind of careful proceeding post flop, especially against a cutoff,
I
So
know. Is it a call?
I would it might be. Actually no, against the cutoff maybe not. I don't know much about 200 big blinds deep poker,
I think like theory
So
wise is a
yeah.
fold, but well, it's pretty much zero EV.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
Yeah, it's like
like
Yeah,
if you're facing fishes that will not be able to fold or you can exploit, sure, I wouldn't mind calling. I think racing is the worst because 200 big blinds deep, all your racings must be suited
yeah.
or overpairs, obviously.
So here, big bet. Oh, potsy pot. You gotta call once, right?
yeah, can't fall.
Oh yeah, of course.
Pretty good turn, though. Isn't that good?
It's kind of okay. Like we unblock spades, so he's gonna have more like draws and stuff that he's gonna be barreling. We have like a decent hand. He's less likely to have queen now. So kind of like it.
Call again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Call again, yeah, for sure. Too
Yeah,
high up in the
I think we
man.
can't. I don't think we can fold turn.
Yeah, because the queen is like once it comes, it's like he's
Like
much less likely to have a queen. Like
also, like the guy's gonna shut down without a queen on river because we can also have like queens. So he's not gonna
yeah,
fire a
like
third without a queen, right?
we can also
We get like
improve on a nine and
we
stuff.
get showdown.
Nine, a jack.
Yeah,
So,
I'm
Yeah,
blocking
like
spades. We have to call once,
yeah,
once more. I
I
think.
I 100% agree. This is a
Yeah.
major
Plus,
call.
if you don't want to call this, then why did you call pre
Yeah.
in that sense? Like
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
kind of like
All
yeah,
three or be
yeah, or
be
stick
a
to the hand.
man,
Like
be a
play
man
the hand
and
true.
fight the fight.
Yeah.
Either you dodge the fight
But
free
I
or you gotta go.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this like turns it to a bluff on some runouts this deep, because you block queen jack, you also block you
yeah,
block
unlike
jacks.
a weird, unlike
It's kind
some
of gonna be
runouts,
have
I
some
agree with
cool, yeah.
it. Might,
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know that it's
this
going to turn
deep,
it into a bluff without having a spade, though, right? Like you want to block value
uh,
badly here.
No, but I mean, like on a non-spade, like a eight with it. No, an eight's not. We're not really bluffing on an eight. But
Yeah.
like say like a ten's with no,
yeah,
like
a 10.
a 10. Yeah, like we don't have two pairs. It's a bad two pair. So 10's real good for us to bluff, right? Blocking all
Yeah.
boats.
No, I think that
Sure.
like that's a
Well, I mean,
possible
we don't
line,
might not need
I'm not
to as well. Yeah, like we're still strong enough to not need to bluff it as well.
yeah. Does it do any funky raising? Maybe. I don't know.
No,
Just getting my creative
I think we're too deep
creative
to do any funky stuff, man.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's a
It's
pure
shot.
call, yeah. It does
Can we
weird.
see like what is a cutoff betting? Because perhaps
That's
he's
what
just
I'd be interested in seeing cut off double barrel range as well. Yeah.
queens and tens. Gotcha.
A lot of
He-
suited king
He's
X,
taking
right?
aces.
No, like
Yeah, he's double
Yeah.
barreling 40% of range here, so he's still pretty wide.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I think like when in those stakes when they pot bet flop, they're not gonna check the turn. They're already like, oh, I pot bet, I need to keep on barreling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I kind of agree with that because when you have a lot of big blinds in an MTT, you kind of just like spew it off, sort of.
Definitely, like you don't mind
Yeah,
180 or 160
yeah.
blinds,
I have
50,
200
say.
blinds. You can have 40 of them.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
that's like kind of the
I have a
prevailing.
question. If like the flop is like the river is like a mega brick, like a deuce of clubs, three of clubs, four of clubs, whatever, and he still barrels, can we fold now?
Yeah, I think we can fold river
Maybe
to a
we can.
triple.
Maybe you can check jam. Let's see. Let's see.
Yeah, I think it
I'm kind
has
of
some.
curious this one. It feels like one of those hands that like Jack 8, Jack 10, you're gonna use it as a low frequency,
What it's
low
Well,
oh
frequency
it,
like
no,
jam.
wow, he overpots like crazy.
Yeah, the problem
Oh
is he
crap.
doesn't allow us a bluff size because he's all in.
But if
No,
you
there's no.
do they
I
not have
mean,
any other sizes? They just cut off not have any other sizes, right? Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, but he does have other sizes, doesn't he?
not really.
Full red.
55% of his range
not
is
really, not really. Whoa.
All right, I
Yeah,
mean,
this is like
but
200 big blinds poker, man. Like this is some crazy aggressive
yeah,
stuff. Holy
this is
crap,
I'm
55%
sorry,
jam.
if we call 12 big blinds on the turn, is the river really 75 blinds or is like the sizing the GTO wizard is choosing?
No,
Oh
no,
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 because it's 100 big blinds this one, yeah.
Oh, okay, okay,
You
okay,
can
I see.
lose, yeah, but
yeah, 100 when he's betting 12.
Anyway,
It's more
Well,
like
in reality, he's
jam,
not gonna
right?
have basically jams at the river.
Yeah, I agree that he's never gonna jam river in game, especially at 200 and not
I can
100.
run it in PO if you want with more with that particular stack depth.
Yeah,
Okay, I'll
I
start
mean,
running it.
yeah,
it's
I
he
could do it
just goes
ruse, but
like
like,
1.5x pot, right? Like even if you just give him like a 2x pot size here, which he's gonna have a pretty good frequency on this river.
So for
Um,
sure, what I understand from this is if reverse the deuce, having the 10 in your hand becomes very bad. Cause
yeah,
he
because we block some of his
definitely
bluffs then,
any
right?
tens, right?
Yeah, his tens are his main bluffs.
So,
yeah.
oh no, what have I
It-
done? What? Do I,
So
there we go.
so yeah,
We call basically queens plus. Oh, and our hero call is the pocket tens and pocket nines rather than jack 10.
Yeah, mate.
don't want to have the
king,
10.
queen, look at this, the queen is folding.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
because I think you don't want to have
Yeah,
a
yeah.
king. Like kings are, I don't know.
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah. King,
because look at
Does it-
King
queen nine,
5,
queen eight.
King 7 are all bluffing, yeah, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
All
He's
he's
the
only
only
suited kings
bluffing.
are
King
bluffing.
9.
Yeah,
Oh.
you don't have a king for sure, yeah.
Okay.
That's why King Queen is folded.
So I think,
Okay.
yeah, very weak hand, very weak fold here, then, come on.
That's
come we
okay.
oh,
Still has
so
lots
bad
of
to see
blinds,
Dylan's
yeah.
card.
Let's see. Okay, King 9.
We see bet or we check, I think both are good.
Both are fine, yeah.
Now we check.
Uh, do we? I think we can get value from like worst 9x. We can get value from some draws. Can check bet the turn, check back the river, with the King 9. I
See-
think that's like reasonable.
See, this is what I don't like, didn't like about this run, cuz. He was like betting strong with hands that don't really match a big bet. Am I wrong?
Uh,
In
like,
deep stack
like I
poker,
think
you're gonna want to block the flush and the straight here more than you're gonna want to bet the value of 9. I would
If it-
prefer to bet like
But-
9-7 or 9-8 than king 9 here.
Like, are you bluffing here?
think
Are
I
you
would
value betting a nine with this size?
I think I would bet King 9 more so than the other ones because the other ones you check back, you have less bad rivers, right? Because you check back 9-7, you have like 8 is okay, 7 is okay, 9 is okay. But
Yeah.
king nine, it's like I have to like get my value in now before like a bad river comes. So it's like some boards you have to be very polarized when you bet the turn. Like you're very polar, you know. But I don't think this board being that coordinated is like super you're not gonna use like super huge sizes. So
Yeah.
Danny used like 6.79, like what was it, like 3/4, right?
Yeah.
I think it's okay, you know, like it's a little bit big, but it's not like out of the question, I think. Like if you went like pot, then that would be a bit troubling.
Okay,
I th-
I personally think it's terrible.
Can we take a look at the range and see
Why
what
is
is
it
betting?
terrible?
'Cause I don't know that
Cause
like any single pair hand wants to put in 100 big blinds here. Right? It wants to build a pot.
okay,
Yeah.
tell me how, the way I would do it here. Is that if I had ace queen,
Oh,
queen,
okay.
a value hand, I would see some sizings like that. If I had a bluff, you know, I have a ace seven, you know, ace eight of clubs. Definitely
Yeah.
this size, or maybe even the
But
big.
that's a small size. As in not it's not a huge
Yeah,
size though.
exactly, you know,
Yeah.
but. uh, Like,
I don't think it's a
oh,
great size. Like
for a
I would
nine, I
think
think
it's like
it's,
probably like
yeah,
slightly smaller would be better
yeah,
if you want to go to bet it at all because it's depolarized, right? Because it's like there's a straight on board. Once there's a straight on board, you use like half pot, you use like you know, slightly like 40% and stuff on the turn,
exactly.
which is rare. Yeah. So I think he went a little bit too big. So I agree. You know, it's like you don't want to take like a huge size with a hand that essentially doesn't have much equity.
Exactly.
Has a ton of bad rivers. You know, if you get check raise, you're in no man's land. So think the sizing is a little bit big, but I don't mind the idea of betting that hand once more and checking back the river. But we can look at what the solver says.
Yeah. So we don't have
Mr.
much nines, but the nines we have are checking a
We
lot.
check it back, yeah?
And then this is two pair, this is two pair. So the nines we have, I'll check on the top.
Makes sense, yeah.
And then. A hand like,
Ah, ace deuce is gets to really blast it. Yeah, it makes sense. Like ace deuce of spades, you know, it's really good bluff here. King deuce of spades, awesome bluff. This is like two wide configurations versus each other, right? It's like cutoff versus the big blind. So you're gonna have to find your bluffs from all the suited king X, suited ace X. I don't think you need to bluff deuces. Maybe those still have like some showdown value. So
yeah,
what happened? He got
not a
called.
fan
Yeah,
of this bet at all.
yeah.
Check on
Alright.
the river. Okay, we lose.
Okay.
Think you value on yourself here. That was terrible.
Gotta
Okay,
agree. Gotta
I like
agree.
this call.
Yeah, because Queen Eight is not like a very strong hand. You kind of that's like, yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Hmm.
this is,
Kind of wide for 140 big blind deep open.
this
I
is
don't like
very
it.
marginal and it's double marginal if we're gonna play it weak post flop. Just saying.
I think it's too deep. You don't want to open this so deep, you know.
So, like, if
Like
you're
you want
gonna
like
play it
suited stuff.
marginally post flop, it's even weaker. Like, if you're gonna check this flop. Why did you even open?
I mean, you
See,
have to
this
bet
is
this flop.
why, this is the nonsense I was thinking about when I had this hand history in mind, you know? You know, like, do you
Hmm.
not bet here? If you're gonna
No, you
open
have to
king
bet. You
six,
have to bet. You have to bet.
if
You
you're
have
gonna
no
open king
equity.
six and then check back,
Yeah,
like, what
there's
is?
no other way to do
Recording in
it.
progress.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
so this is difficult for me to see somebody who's just like, kind of like self-destructing, kind of here, you know? Doing it wrong doing it wrong on the flop, doing everything wrong, like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? Huh?
No, it's a gut shot. So
Well, that's so big that guess we just fold now.
I mean, like Not
You have
even
three-
supposed to have this hand this deep, so
Yeah,
you know.
it's just nonsense, right? So we fold.
Don't
You
don't
fold.
compound your mistakes, right?
Yeah, exactly.
At least that's
Like-
that, right? So let's see the good things that he doesn't compound the mistakes from like
Yep.
but he should not open and then when he opens, you should see that. So open, call. Call. So again, we open a little bit loose. Is it okay?
Yeah, this is okay.
It's borderline. We get this flop. Now we can check. Okay. So this guy bets, this guy folds. Now it's on us. We have a 7.
Yeah, our out's pretty dirty here. It's
Yeah.
probably just a fold.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's fine.
Right? 8's not good. 9's not good.
I think it's a 4-handed format, Louis.
Huh?
It's a 4-handed format. 4-handed table.
Yeah, it'll fill up later.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, yeah, no. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I heard 400, but you said four-handed.
Four-handed, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, every hand's 4-handed, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's because it's a stage tournament.
All right.
So we go 6 here. I think that's a little bit too big.
No, I think it's 2 lippers, right? I think it's good. 5.5, 6,
Okay,
kind of standard, huh? You're quite deep, you know. You want to lower the SPR a little bit. I would go like 6, 5.5. I think solver would go about the same.
Yeah, this isn't
And they just
great.
fold. I mean, he's playing a lot of hand. I mean, these are VPIP 10s, right? So it's not like he's just playing every hand. So
like the whole thing has been questionable and it's getting. Yeah.
I don't think
I mean,
you
this
have
one's
that size
okay.
multi-pot. Like on theory,
uh,
multi-way, sorry.
I think the small, like betting small with like your medium draws, this 1/3 is pretty much the way you want to go. Like you're gonna have some big sizes a little bit with like ace 9, pocket 10s,
But
that
I
kind of
think
stuff,
even
but
big
probably
sizes
not
are
ace
not like
10. Yeah.
80% of the pot. I think he's in like around that. I think big sizes multi-way are like theoretically smaller, like half pot, 55, 60%. But I think 6 blinds is just not a thing. I think. I could be wrong.
Mm. Yeah, I mean it's like around that range, but like generally not. I don't think 8-10 of spades makes a lot of sense because like you're isolating yourself against like a stronger range, and your hand kind of wants to call a check raise, right? So like call a raise, so you don't really want to bloat the pot too much, and you're kind of okay with them calling, right? You build the pot, you know, you don't need to blast them off your hand, like.
Yeah, and
So
also
I
I
think I
think
would
this
go
is a
small with
pretty
that.
good
Yeah.
candidate to go for several barrels. So
Yeah.
as a bluff, so you don't wanna like lose 50 blinds or whatever bluffing further streets. Like if you plan to bluff further, you could start small and go bigger and bigger. from
I think
there.
it's more like if you're gonna bluff this multiple streets, you don't want to like isolate yourself against a very strong range.
Exactly.
Like
You
don't
wanna
wanna
start
hold out
small.
all his middle pairs. You want to start small, keep them, like keep most of the
Totally.
range in. If you
Yeah,
barrel
this
again,
wasn't a
you get
great
like a very lot of fold equity. Yeah.
Yeah, the
this
river I
wasn't a
think
great turn
played.
to barrel because he didn't pick up equity out of position.
So this is quite poor, right?
Yeah, it's
Mm,
too big
I
on the
mean,
flop,
yeah.
and then he should check back the turn.
So he should bet
Yeah.
what size do we recommend here?
Well, 1/3,
Like,
1/3.
Okay,
3.5.
1/3. 1/3, I like that.
Yeah. So,
This is. How would
like
you?
what happens if he gets jammed on this turn? You see, it's like this size is like then you're stuck there with like an open ended with an overcard and you don't know what to do.
And one
Like a
tier,
flush draw, jams you on the turn and you're stuck there with
Yeah.
all the equity. You can't do anything. It's very like needs a bit more forward planning in case like
Yeah,
Like when you bet equity on a turn, you need to know like what's gonna happen if you get jammed on,
yes.
right? And if the answer is you don't know, then it's not a great look. Yeah. Yeah.
So
So
not,
probably just don't need to bet too big.
Yeah.
Because you bet smaller, you can fold. You bet too big, you're kind of like stuck in no man's land again.
this is also very questionable. Then the
River
river,
to nuts.
think river is fine.
I think river is good. River is very good. I
Yeah.
can get behind that for sure.
Yeah.
Jamming it in.
Okay, we raise queen five.
Yeah, I like it. 40 Bitcoin deep.
He's not ever dunking, but whatever.
Oh yeah, what the hell is that? Like it's
I
ace
can
a7. You're not
actually
supposed to
click
dunk.
it back because like
I would not give that pot up if the guy dunks it to me with on
yeah,
ace a7. Like
I will click it
yeah,
back to
that's
like
nonsense, man.
4.9
Yeah, no, that's not a thing. You don't get to dunk
because
this
he either
board.
has something or he doesn't. Well, sure, he could have a flush draw. You could also
I would
float.
call. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would
floating
float
sounds
because
nice.
he's not it's not a huge bet, right? And the thing is that by folding here, it's like you kind of don't understand
Yeah, I will click it with
the
bottom
pre-flop.
of
Yeah,
my
because
range.
what you get to donk is like king XX monotone or like 9-10, like the middle lane kind of stuff that you limp call. Ace A7 is not one of those boards. You just don't get to do that on the boards. So like giving up here to 2.48 is like uh no, you just gotta fight back against this bullshit. Let's
Yeah,
click it back, let's click it back. Well, what do you have?
yeah.
Man, you donk out on that part. It's
I
crazy.
like a bet here.
Um
Or now I like a raise. This is a perfect raise, is it not?
is it in out of position? Yeah, I think it's decent. Like the nut flush draw, you probably can call more, but this one has like the 6, which works well with the 9 and the 7, and then gonna have like lots of turns you can barrel.
Agree, I would check
So
raise
it's
for
a
sure.
pretty decent check raise candidate. I think calling is fine, of course. Still gotta actualize your equity. And
I
on
mean,
the
you're gonna
river,
realize your equity anyway. Like you're not gonna
yeah,
get bluffed off almost
yeah.
any turn
I think
or like yeah.
I think calling is okay. There's lots of other flush draws you can check raise. King high is pretty good. What's this?
Yeah, I like the overpot river.
You call by
Especially-
7.
Ooh. 7 with a
Okay,
jack of clubs. So not too bad. 2.2 volts. Yeah. Right. Accumulating some chips.
min click,
Wait, what?
Just
What?
call.
Yeah, I think yeah.
no
I mean,
suit.
it's a cheap flop, right?
Yeah, okay,
Make
we
it
get a full table now. We get this against this guy. We see bet, I think that's okay.
I don't know about the sizing though. 9 it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I'd probably like use some bigger sizings. 9 high board. Ace is really good, so
Yeah,
Blasting in
two-thirds.
an ace, I like that. Maybe a little bit bigger, cuz we wanna maybe bluff a little bigger with diamonds.
I go geometric here. I'll just set up a river gem. This one is not a bit too small. Like
Yeah,
you're gonna get value from a 9 or an ace regardless, right?
yeah, so
Yeah,
it's
So
8, 9,
yeah,
you block all the
Let's
ace
go
X suited
geometric.
that have double pair. That's also interesting with the ace of clubs.
Oh
There's only like
yeah.
one combo of ace three suited, one combo of ace nine suited, two combos of ace deuce suited. So that's like four
Yeah,
combos of two pair on the suited side.
ace of clubs really good. Is a really good one to have. To
Yeah.
go big. Yeah.
He would never have ace queen, never ever have ace king.
here we need to bet pot, something like that?
I mean,
If we went Geo in the
Depend-
turn, we would just jam, but like it's not
yeah,
possible.
yeah.
here,
But
right?
now we just go like during
As
pot,
big
we
as
just hope he
possible,
calls us with ace five or ace, ace 6, whatever.
Okay,
See what happens. Takes it down. Great. Nice.
back to four-handed.
Okay. So 3-bet with the ace 6. Very interesting. Don't know if this is a. I
Yeah, I
think
would.
it's fine. Ace 6. Ace 6 is fine.
I
Like
would
I wouldn't
definitely
3-bet
do
ace
full
7.
I would just call here, you
Yeah.
know,
Why?
I
I think
think
ace 6
majority
is
call.
okay. Because ace 7, ace 8, ace 9 doesn't 3-bet, right? Because they don't want they don't fold out better. Ace
Yeah,
6
but
at
that's
least you
because
fold
he
out
has a
with
lot
some.
of like weaker like you have double domination. I think with a6 suited, like he doesn't really open that many in 6x. Like sure, 6-5 suited are a few combos. 6-7 suited, six.
Ooh. Yeah. I mean, an ICM approach is a little bit more, but I know that
ICM,
ace 7.
it's a great one, I think.
I
Yeah.
think like I spoke about this yesterday. Like you can play pre-flop way more exploitative. Like they're not gonna 4-bet bluff, jam, whatever. I think I would rather have more ace-6 suited than ace-5, ace-4 because they have more wheels and stuff. They flop more equity. Ace-6
More
suited,
playability, yeah.
yeah. But you know, if the solver says it.
Yeah.
I know, still max
Oh
pressure
no,
four-handed though, right?
that's the range
That's
of
chippy
the,
V.
yeah, but
That's
that's the
the
range
range
of
of
the guy after you 3-bet it. Yeah, exactly.
I hate
that's
that it doesn't
response.
put us on the right mode. So cut
Yeah, so
off,
a6 that's 3-bet a little bit, right? Raises. And then
Yeah, I've been taught that you can just abuse this. You can have a lot more of the worst ace-x 3-betting. They're not gonna 4-bet. They're not even
Yeah.
gonna like call as wide as they should. So I would use ace-6 suited and ace-2 suited a lot more
I
than
would
ace.
do
I
that.
mean the equity, yeah, the equity is not is very close, so it's definitely fine. And like I think you should be 3-betting like even like higher than what's GTO, like 11%
Definitely.
is pretty good, you know.
I
So
don't think I would
agree.
ever 3-bet here king jack in the big blind. I would
Why not?
3-bet. Because I go more polar. Like I go with the guy. Like if I get jammed on, this is a sucky hand to lose like whatever 7-8 blinds and fold. I would rather use the lower king x. Like I go way more polar and yeah, like
Yeah,
they
30 big
should
blinds, I
flat.
absolutely agree. Yeah.
They
Yeah, it's
should
king 5, king 6, king 7, right?
exactly. Also the ace x, ace deuce, ace three, ace 6 off, and
Yeah, or
I
even
And I
yeah.
want to flat
Like,
those because I have double domination against their opening range, but I do not have double domination with the king 5, king 4 and stuff. And also, in theory, you're gonna see they should like flat call, I don't know, king 6 suited, they shouldn't fold, they should keep on playing. And also they have like a lot of clickbacks 4-bet with king x suited, but they're not gonna ever do that. So I just gonna abuse with the lower king x and it's gonna be better.
We
no, but
could,
he didn't 3-bet, right? He didn't 3-bet.
yeah, he didn't three
No.
bet.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
You get a dunk
Definitely
flop,
don't
we don't dunk.
Yeah, I dunk for sure.
Yeah. With the king of hearts is probably like not a bad one.
What about this one?
I don't know.
I would just
Raise.
jam it in.
Yeah?
Jam it in.
Yeah, it's
Ace
not
king
bad.
is
yeah.
queen?
Ace queen offsuit, just jam it in. He raised to 3 big blinds, so it's like a gift, you know. It's like Christmas has come early. We
Well,
just
there's a
jam it in.
limper.
He doesn't
There's
care.
a 40 big blind limper UTG.
I don't care. He's a limper, you know. He doesn't have
And you
anything
block
strong.
aces. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Who
I
cares
think
about
that's
him?
good,
It's
right?
like
That's a good hand.
I don't think it's good. I don't think they're gonna call ace jack
besides, it's a
lower.
fuck it 5s, whatever, you know.
What do you do here? You don't like the jam?
Okay, if you don't want to jam, you can make it like 9 bigs or 10 bigs, you know, to commit yourself against the first guy. And if this guy just wakes up and just jams his whole stack in, you
Yeah,
can
I rather
really
do
try to
that
fold.
because you
Yeah,
keep the ace x suited that you dominate, on their 4-bet range, but if you jam, they're just gonna fold it.
Yeah.
So
you
you're
say
always
10
up
big
against.
blinds?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Also, like,
I-
I've told you this before. I play pretty exploitative, and I also assume I have a huge edge against the fields I play. So I could also
Yeah.
like flat preflop. I know it's pretty like, I don't know, needy, but you have double domination. You play post flop, which I don't mind. If you hit an ace or a queen, you have a pretty great check raise hand. I also have a bunch of check raise bluffs, so I want to keep some strong check raise
Mm.
there. I think I flat this more than I definitely should. As I said, I play preflop a more exploitative strategy. I've been taught and it's been working perfectly. So I don't want to also like, if I think I have a huge edge against the field, I don't want to be like going for stacks with not so clear spots. But whatever. I mean, in theory, I'm pretty sure
No.
it's okay to go for stacks.
Alright.
Especially against a field that is not 4-bet jamming, is not, well, he did call with fives though.
Yeah.
Here we
the
polarize
three
with-
big blinds is always, yeah.
Yeah.
Always
Here
something like
with,
a pair
we
or something.
polarize with like the wrong type of hand again.
But yeah.
I think it's a
You
good
could even
bet here.
you could even check and like induce river bluff so you can call with a great blocker hand.
Cause I
Well,
would
no.
either check or bet small. I wouldn't.
Yeah,
bet big
definitely.
with that. I think when you.
I
bet
think you can have a
big,
couple of checks with the lowest ace X that also have equity like ace 4, ace 3.
Yeah. Ace 3 is a good one. for
Again,
sure.
another pretty weak sizing.
It's
we
like
gotta play
pot
with it.
for if a hand that doesn't really want to go with pot.
It's like
'cause if
you're
you get,
converting it into a bluff, kind of.
yeah, you get action, you're just
Yeah,
you're not ahead, like you're.
I'm
you're
sorry,
not gonna
guys. I'm
be ahead.
tardy. Whose hand history is this?
this is
Hi,
Danny's
Tardy.
dollar run. And we've
Hello.
been through the 21st hands. He's been betting big, potting multi-way. He's been like turning second pair into a bluff on big bet turn, like it's been, yeah.
Got
very
some work to do.
difficult for Danny here today. So,
So,
Let's
so what
see.
you're saying is we're having barbecue the day after Thanksgiving.
oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, the,
Oh,
Can't be doing
Oh.
too bad if this
Oh.
is final table, right?
no. Not final table at all.
How come it's four-headed? Is this
It's a.
it's the accumulator.
So, okay, we start with one bet. Here we could, I think, check or bet, it's fine, right?
Yeah, very good. We have the
Okay, we
back
hit the
draw,
eights.
so both are fine. Like very nice.
Okay,
Like
that's
the
pretty good.
continuation, yeah.
Yeah, and after you've been pot betting all that much, you're
Yeah.
gonna cash it in
Yeah.
here
And
with
then
the
you
value.
just jam.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, why
Jam's
not?
a little aggressive. The king's not going to be a card that's good for him. Like I like potting it here.
I lean Peter's size. I don't think jamming's bad. I just,
Okay. I think he played this hand fine, right?
I
Yeah.
think like with the history of the last 20 hands, it's fine to
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
This
His
is fine,
image, his image is
you've
built
created
there.
some
You've built
meta
it
game
in.
that wants to
Yeah,
really
yeah. People
jam
will
here.
look you up with like a king queen or something,
Yeah, or whatever
They're-
ace. I
they're
don't
ready
think it's
to call
ever
him now.
folding.
Bet
They're
one.
like, okay. Yeah.
I just don't think they're getting there with a lot of king X. I think they're
Yeah,
they're
not
limited
really,
to
not really.
single
It's
aces and single
ace-X, yeah.
pairs a lot, so it's just gonna be hard for them to call a really big bet.
Yeah, they're also gonna have a couple of like 10 king, I guess, and double
Yeah, that's
pair
what I was
suited
thinking. Just
that they
one,
defend.
yeah, like hoping they have king 10,
And
Instead
they
of
Yeah,
wouldn't.
king
because
10, the king.
Is
And-
second pair
Yeah.
even happy to call 150% pot?
That's
right?
two pair. That's two pair.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I think they have some ace-X, right? That we beat. So
Yeah, but if you go over pot, he
How
might
was
start
this?
folding
Sorry, I
ace
didn't
X.
see.
Open call and then.
Yeah, see bet
we
call.
bet Flop small call, then this.
I think I have a raise on the flop.
Ooh. Yeah, the flop is really, really strong. We're really
I don't
have a
think in
very nice hand to
position
raise.
as much raising here, either call.
Well, sure. Sure.
Uh, Obviously, in
I-
position we don't raise as much, but I think it's still fine. You know, you can do. you
Yeah,
can
I
do
think
something
like
funky.
you also have excellent blockers of the 9x, 8x, like
Yeah, I'm down to do
10x,
something funky on the flop. Yeah,
10-9
he's only betting
suited,
very
queen 9
small. Yeah,
suited,
Mm.
queens and
because
tens.
yeah, I think
Yeah,
we
I
have
think
some raises
racing
on
on the flop, it's not the bad part about racing on the flop is if he jams, you're in a
Yeah.
fucking hell.
So turn,
That's,
on the turn, it's on the turn we're supposed to be raising.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
On the turn, it's raising.
Yeah, we have excellent blockers of the 8.
Yeah.
Like out of the 2 combos of 8x, 8-10 suited and queen 8 suited, we block half of them. Same with like jack 10 that he's supposed to call a raise. Still, we yeah,
Pocket tens, pocket
pocket
queens.
tens, pocket queens definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
When
the
we
small
get there
sizing
on
on the
purpose,
turn,
like,
the small
we don't
sizing
have
on the
to
turn, it's
Yeah,
pretty hard to, it's pretty easy to raise because population does bet larger with the top of the range. So that's like a leak note on the population.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I agree. I think I'll
We're raising
attack
here.
the
That would be the
turn
spot.
bet.
And you know, in the
Because
river, like this is the like in the river, you're just losing
Like
the
you, br-
pot
yeah.
against whatever. Like if he checks on you, you're gonna bet. You should obviously, but
Yeah.
I
Wait,
and
wait,
you
wait,
also
wait.
have an excellent.
So, do we check that river?
No, he
We got
betted and
jammed
we
on, right?
folded.
What do you wanna?
No,
Yeah,
say?
no, bet small. He bet 30.
Oh, bet small. Oh my god.
The spot is here,
That's
basically.
Yeah,
You-
yeah, I
Okay,
agree.
never mind.
And
This is-
also if you raise turn and the river comes as it came, you have an excellent jamming also.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And-
That's what I was
yeah.
talking about. You guys were talking
Set
about. I
up
thought we
the
raised the
SPR.
return.
And you know, when the turn is an 8, that's pretty good on your range as the flatting on the button. You have a bunch of aces, ace 8, king 8 suited, 8-7 suited, 8-9 suited, 8-10 suited. So the 8 is better on your range, I believe, especially as a flatting flop. Like the 9, you would have raised a bunch. Yeah, here
yeah.
3-bet fold to a
3-bet?
jam. Well, call is fine for sure.
In the hijack, right? Yeah.
See,
I think the sizing in the flop, I would have gone bigger.
yeah,
He
that's
doesn't
big.
have ace king.
Oh no.
Like he's pretty unelastic. He either has an ace and will call whatever sizing most of the times, and
Like-
he will call whatever size you use, or he doesn't, and he will probably fold to whatever size you use.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's fine though. Like small's fine. Small and big are good.
Why pick 20%?
Yeah, I would have
Well, I
gone
mean, 25% is
9.9.
fine as a small bet. It's not like a big deal.
Basically, what you want to do is to make sure you can get all in by the river.
Okay,
yeah,
so-
that's-
So
that's the important
basically,
That's the idea.
what Danny has been doing, okay, he's been blasting when he has second pair, right? He has a 7 on like a 10-7 board, he's blasting. But when he has a really strong hand, he's betting small. You know, this
Uh,
doesn't, you know?
That's interesting. Yeah, take notes and let's see if it continues to propagate that
The-
way.
Oh,
the,
it's been
the one quick
26
thing I'll
hands,
add.
man.
I also,
one thing-
the other thing
yeah.
I like about going 2/3 here, if it's that if a weird turn comes, we can just jam and deny equity to flushes and stuff. Or if he wants to call, that's also great. Like put them undifferent, like I don't know, whatever of spades with double flush draw. Oh, we have the ace of spades.
So
No,
like,
I just think we don't have a heart, so we should go a bit bigger.
Yeah, I
why
agree.
The way I look
I
at
think-
so like,
the one
if
thing I
he
wanted to
has a
add.
strong hand, he bets super small. And then he checks turn, so cute, so weak, you know, why would he do that? And then when he has second pair, he's blasting, let's invest our chips. You know, and then when he has a strong hand, he's like, oh, bet 20%. Oh, this is so fun, let's check. You know,
Maybe he's
what
got
is
a
he
note on
doing?
this guy. He's
What is
gonna
he-
think,
What note could
Maybe
you
not.
have to check it here that he jams every river check? And even if that's the note, I would still use a bigger sizing on the flop.
Yeah, this is extremely weak.
Is it?
Hey,
Is there a
you should
5x on the opponent? I
you
don't
should
know.
look at this. You should look at it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, let's run this one. Seems interesting.
I don't think
I think
checking
we
the
go
turn
for-
is like crazy.
I mean, there's some five like ace five, pocket
Yeah.
fives and
Give
stuff.
you, if
There
but
are-
it has
there
to
are
be
least
you would have
some of
seen
this
the
shit,
first
right?
20 hands, the way he played the rest.
I
Yep.
don't think there are
Like
many
he
fives.
started with 200 big blind, he played it absolutely recklessly. Now he has a strong hand, he's like, oh, bet 20%.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
maybe,
check,
maybe.
check, 20%.
I'm just coming in as a
Nonsense.
lovely,
I know.
unbiased
I know, but
opinion.
I knew this was gonna tilt me and now I'm like, it's beyond my expectation. No, honestly, it's beyond my expectation. I can't believe Danny did that, okay? I can't believe it.
You have high, yeah.
No?
Okay,
Okay.
Louis, go make a cup of tea.
Thank you,
Relax.
thank you,
It's
thank
okay.
you, thank you,
There
Peter.
we go.
Somebody get this guy a Snicker.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, this is the poker
So,
coaching
yeah.
study session. We're here to
So,
study. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. We go hard around here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
All right, so
So-
let's take a look. Let's
Okay,
see.
so what's up? What's up on the
That
flop?
Ah,
might be
you're
your bet
right. You're right,
75.
Louis. It's just
Hey, look at that. Flop, he's betting small though.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was gonna say,
Like,
so the flop is like, I
vindicated.
thought the
Yeah,
flop was.
but that's because range bet small, like with whatever. I think that's another example of where you can do exploits. Like, it doesn't matter how your range plays. You can play this hand how these hands want to play and extract value.
mhm.
Extracting value is the bigger part of low stakes
Yeah,
winning.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I
to
think
agree with
checking
that,
back
but,
here is
like,
like as weak as possible. I think beyond anyone.
maybe
But
we-
okay, okay. Thing is,
Yeah, I
like,
mean,
if we just-
betting's fine. He just doesn't have a lot of 5x here. So, I mean, that's kind of it.
So to me, okay, let me put it this way. This is a very simple hand.
And if he has
He bets
5x,
small. Here he calls, we size up on the turn, he calls and we jam river and he calls or he folds, that's up to him. That's, for me, this is what this is. And if you're not playing it like that, you're just leaving money on the table. You're just passing on the opportunity. You're just.
and how about
doing-
2/3 on the pot and jump the turn? On the flop.
Yeah, that's,
2/3. I would
Never
have
do.
played it like that.
that's okay, I guess, as well. But as long as you get it in, somehow you need to be all in here and it needs to make sense for your opponent. Now we play it super weak. And we ended up, not getting paid our 18 big blinds here by a hand that certainly would
Oh,
have paid
no.
us off. So
Yeah,
this
honestly,
is-
this is
this-
kind of, this is a bit disastrous.
This
not
is
getting
a
all of it.
disaster, absolute disaster. And if you add up the 25 hands before that, it's just like, how are we here,
And also, as I said earlier, like the way you played, I don't know if it's the same table. I think it's not. But if the opponents are the same and you were blasting, you were pretty much setting up for value now.
Yeah,
That you're
and
not
then you
getting.
don't pick it up. That's like, you would, anyway, all right,
Okay.
let's continue.
Point taken.
Okay, open two.
Wait a
Yeah.
second.
But
Ay,
then cut
ay,
off
ay,
high
ay,
jack,
ay.
low
It
jack.
sucks
Oh
when
no,
Is that
we-
a
we're
low?
calling
Is that a
for
low
6.
jack or no?
yeah, it's a low jack. Low jack is not an open. You start with ace
I don't
nine.
think you get to open this
but-
in the low jack.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I'm pretty
it's ace nine plus.
Marginal
Pretty sure
open.
I play a bunch of six
like not
match,
even
so
marginal. Like it's not. It's just not open.
We
It's a losing
call,
open.
we call. And then, yeah, we open.
No, yeah, you gotta stick to ace nine plus there. At whatever stack that. Even in ICM, maybe.
Okay, so bottom pair, we call. Check, check. The six
Okay.
pair, can we block a little here? I think it's a good spot for maybe a small bet.
I don't hate small. I think you still get value from like ace high stuff.
yeah, and I think with the
Yeah, when the board pairs, we get
okay,
to
king high call.
get some value from
That small, I
Mhm.
don't know, 2 or 3.
Yeah, I would have like with the board.
10% sizing. This is
with-
what
with-
you're looking to get called by.
Yeah, it's like he bets bigger, the king high will fold. So
Definitely.
kind of fine. Worked out well.
I like the one bet bet.
Yeah.
One big blind bet.
Yeah, one big blind. It's kind of annoying. People just don't like to fold to that. Ooh, nice. I mean, we have to
Equity
continue, right?
realization problem. It's time to get loose.
I'm letting this go.
Hmm. Okay. It's against hot
What about
pot,
you,
so I
Jeremy?
guess.
Jeremy, what are your thoughts there? Okay, so
No, I thought we had like 3 to a straight, 3 to a flush. So I
yeah,
was
yeah,
like,
yeah. No,
maybe
we
we
do.
like
Raising?
maybe we have to maybe we have to continue. But like I saw that he bet really big, like he bet
Yeah,
high
that
pot.
was where I,
Then
that's
I
what I was
kind of
about to
like
say.
I kind of backpedaled and like okay, like if he's betting half pot, then I don't want to like invest in it. But I think he
Exactly.
can still, yeah.
Yeah,
And
Versus
is it
small
only
bet,
got
I would
20
it
kill.
Only
always
got 25 bigs
Yeah,
left,
yeah.
so he's definitely gonna have some bigger bets on turns and rivers as well.
Yeah, for sure, for
It's just
sure.
gonna
It's
be
not,
hard for us to realize.
exactly like even if you
is
turn
it
like a
always a
5 of
check out
hearts,
of
something, it's
position?
not.
Also,
Nope.
Ace queen 3, ace queen 4. I don't think so.
Is this the spot where you're raising every three here, but not ace three?
It's the opposite. I think you raise ace
Yeah.
three more than some of the middling ones because you cooler the other ones.
but he doesn't really have any other three, like king free suited, it's 2 combos, that's it.
You're kind of
Yeah, it
you're
doesn't
kind of
have
right about
doesn't
that, to
have
be
king 3.
honest.
Yeah.
So maybe
Doesn't have 5-3, doesn't have 4-3. So there's no 3x in his range, really.
no, there's
I
not.
think the ace is
The
good
other ace
because
3 you chop with it.
I think the
pretty
ace is
much.
good because you block all the ace X on his hand. Therefore, his hand has a lot more overpairs and 9x in distribution.
Yeah.
We're just kind of deep too. Like I think you're gonna need to raise your trips here, get value.
Uh-huh, makes sense.
Yep. Overpairs, 9x, etc. etc.
Let's
And
use a
like
pretty big size though for a paired board, right?
That's a good insight. Yeah, that's a good point, Peter. Like maybe you do call sometimes.
This is the thing where it raises every tree,
Yeah, you were right, Louis.
but not ace three,
Yeah, you were right.
or less.
Oh.
Not, but it's less. It's just because it does that often.
Well, if he
Well,
smashes an
why
ace on the
less?
turn, then we
There's
get
some theory,
this.
right?
So it's,
Oh, okay.
pair
Instead let him
board-
hit the ace on the turn to this cooler.
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
Like
Yeah.
you're gonna get a stack if
Yeah.
he gets the
Well,
ace on
like
the
Yeah,
turn.
makes
the
sense,
other part
makes
about it is, if you look at the range construction, we just articulated he has no 3x. So the
Yep,
hand
yep.
class you're targeting would be ace kings with backdoors, pocket aces. You would be targeting ace
Ace 10
nine.
suited. Yeah. Ace 5
So
suited, ace 9
so
suited,
that
ace 10
yeah,
suited.
exactly. So the ace is kind of bad because you're just blocking a lot of his continues that are going to pay you big
Oh.
bucks.
Yeah. So you don't raise it because you block a lot of the big buck paying continues.
Right. Now, if he
Pretty
had
much.
3x
That's
in
cool,
his
that's cool, yeah.
range, I think if he had 3x in his range, you would probably focus
Go to the
raising.
other, yeah.
now here, do you say raise or call?
Very cool, very cool. I like this hand.
Oh,
Call.
oh.
It's gonna be tough to play for stacks if we just call.
I honestly, man, this spot right here, what did we do on the flop? Did we raise him on the flop?
Just call.
We call.
And
I'm
he's
clicking
blasting
here.
again.
I'm just gonna click it to like 22.
Yeah, that's what I would do as well, cuz that way we always get the stacking.
So his line is showing a polarized range where he's gonna have the top for value and the bottom for bluffs. We know he's on the bluff side very frequently here.
Yeah, you're right,
How do you,
Peter.
if you click it back, what's his bluff gonna do?
Insta
Polarized?
Well, so the challenge is you're kind of putting yourself in a
Wait.
situation where you're relying on him to bluff the river.
Yeah.
Because you're hoping that a non-equity completing card comes in, or maybe even an equity completing card, and you're gonna have to check to the guy.
I have a question. How come he's bluffing? Why can't he just have some value?
Well, if he has value, I think click is gonna outpace the EV of calling. He can definitely have value. Peter's just playing the other side of the coin, though.
Okay.
We're
I was
blocking a
like
lot of the
wondering
value.
why. Yeah, we're
Right?
blocking
We're
some of the
block-
value. We had CS queens, man.
We're not
Queens,
really,
CS queens.
it's all the other way. We are
Yeah.
blocking, he's not really bluffing
Yeah.
ace X though. He
Yeah.
should be bluffing queen
Like,
high,
I think he
jack
has
high.
like I think he has a significantly reasonable amount of like overpairs and stuff. that
Yeah, I think
will
so too.
Put in my money. Yeah.
Yeah, so here, like, I think you should definitely raise, cuz all the clubs might pay you now, all the pocket tens, all the pocket
Yeah,
jacks. Ace
and there's
nine.
another thing, I see you don't guys, you always, not always, but most of the times you miss to analyze what on my previous table they were really focused on, that is population. And population, if he's bluffing on the turn, it's under bluffing free streets a lot. So if he is with a bluff, he's gonna give up a bunch on the river. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know who he is, but population will. So
You
I
know,
wouldn't, I
that's
wouldn't
good.
rely the value of my hand to get bluffed on the river. I would.
Yeah, I like how you said that. So like the way I would word it is similar. Like there's a lot of EV and calling here to capture from the bluffs, but if they're not bluffing the river at the frequencies they should, you're under realizing the equity of playing a call line here. So I think that with people also just playing like their value straight up, it's probably more profitable to play it aggressive here on the turn.
Yeah,
I agree.
In the long run, not to say that like calling doesn't yield you some good EV sometimes.
Maybe
Yeah,
on higher
for
stakes.
sure.
Like I
Like if I've
know.
got a green tag and the guy's like absolutely lost his mind, like he's just way out of line, I would be more likely to play call here.
Yeah,
But if
if
it's
you
a
see he's from Brazil, for example.
yeah, it's just like just super out of line,
Yeah,
I
so-
might be more inclined.
so I really like raising here, cuz I don't see how we play for stacks otherwise, and then. Ace nine pocket, we need to protect his pocket tens from a bad river, and pocket ten, I think, is
Yeah.
always stacking off here, right? And
The
he's
guy
got
gets a
queens
dream
there.
river
Yeah.
and he checks back queens anyways.
Yeah, exactly, so
Yeah,
like, people
Right?
that's the
don't
problem.
bet the
That's why
value
we have to raise.
river.
We
So
have to
this
do the
is,
dirty work for him,
this
you
one
know.
has been butchered as well. I think you should.
Yeah, he's
Uh,
also he's not gonna bluff on a paired free board. What like he's gonna give up mostly. Both like theory driven and in reality.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
so another butchered hand. Can you believe that?
I can, but we all make mistakes, you know.
Yeah, this one's played.
Gotta
This one's
learn
played
some.
correctly though.
Yeah. It's very subjective, for sure. Wait, what?
So we open kind of loosey goosey, but okay. No
Well, what's if the
offsuit.
8-7 offsuit? Is it?
Yeah. It's our
It's a
favorite
Maybe
fold.
hand.
bottom? Well, I think it's
Theory.
fine because, like, like the bottom combos on the button tend to print. So, like, I probably should open this a bit
Yeah,
more.
suited fives, offsuit eights. This is definitely a standard open.
So C bet, call, no, raise, we fold.
Yeah.
Nothing to do.
Think a call here is okay.
Um,
You
There's a
get
rejam
funded.
like
Oh, he has 7
but
behind.
like, there's like a 7 big blind stack. There's a 9 big
Yeah,
blind
I
stack.
fold then.
Maybe
I
fold.
would fold.
because
Yeah,
it
I would
was
fold
a
because
bet
there's no equity
Fold.
realization against the stacks behind, in my opinion. And you
So
don't really
you
want to call
fold
off
just for the
jam, you know?
open, like you folded against the era
Yeah.
5.
Yeah, cuz
I'll
it's
just-
a rejam.
yeah.
everyone else is too short. There's two rejam stacks. This is just
Sure.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like Pocket Trees does super well.
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Yeah. Okay, now flush draw.
could go either way, right? Check or bet.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm.
How do you guys play this spot?
I would,
Interesting
no,
spot, right?
I would not bet here for sure. To begin with, I would check and then check raise or check call.
Agree. I would
And then
do
check
that.
again on the start and then check raise or check call.
Oh, we're out of position. Okay. Okay.
let's throw this one in the machine. Let me take a look.
Yeah, makes sense.
This one's very interesting.
This one might have some flop
not
leads here
blocker.
on this board.
Yeah.
On where? On the board?
On the flop. Like, this is
But we
gonna
are
lead
the
to
under
flops.
the gun.
What's
We're not,
attractive here for you, Pete?
it's not a lead,
It's
it's
the
a civet.
tightness. It's the tightness of the value of range. It's incomplete equity. Ace, jack, and eight are all good for our early position range. against his capped range at the back end.
Wouldn't a king eye board just be a lot better for us?
Yeah, definitely.
King
King
high
high
board
board.
is a lot better for us, but ace high board is also just fine with another Broadway card.
Yep, I agree. I think
Yeah.
ace jack eight is like
Yeah,
what Pete
majority
said.
betting.
Majority
He's
better.
very capped because he doesn't have aces. He doesn't have jacks. Doesn't have lots of stuff. You get to bet this a lot for sure.
Yeah, so when you open up this window, take a look at the range versus range, and you're gonna see that it's gonna be a favor for us here on this board. Lots of our ranges betting. Yeah, ranges
Especially
there.
with the eight, because we
So
have pocket eights as well.
56% equity here. We are a big favorite, so we lead a lot, and this is a hand that can definitely weather future streets.
Like we see bet a lot, right? If I'm not mistaken. We're the UTG.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ace with another
So
Broadway.
we're C betting out of position. Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
alright.
What about the sizing though? Like, does it use this small sizing? Because I don't know.
It was
I don't play
mixing
very
all
well.
sizes on the flop, honestly.
Okay, sounds good. I mean, I don't play well out of position, so I'm trying to learn. Like, usually I use big size, but like
On the turn,
small size.
So
No, the flop,
Jack
the
is
flop,
a good
the flop.
card for our range construction, but as his bucket has emptied, he's going to pick up more jacks. Our range is going to become much closer here.
Mhm.
So we're probably going to bet small
Turn.
and frequently.
we wanna go super polar this time. With this hand at least. So bet flop, blast,
Really super polar. Yeah.
Because
But
we're betting the flop so frequently, we
thought-
still have lots of jacks in our range.
I thought I saw a lot of 33% betting with this hand, but I'm not sure. Like a lot of mixing
Yeah,
on the
it's
turn.
at,
King
so
7
this is
suited has
towards the bottom of our
little,
range.
so little
Mhm.
bet.
Yep. This one. is
Check,
close
I
to the
mean,
bottom,
so
right?
little check.
King 7, King 6.
Yeah.
What?
Everything else
Yeah.
sort of has a pair or a gut shot or something.
Yeah, this is one of our best bluffs because it still has high equity out of position.
Yeah, but like, what are we making him fold? He wouldn't fold the ace. He definitely wouldn't fold the jack. If we
He
make
folds a
him
lot
fold,
better king
king X.
eyes.
Better king X,
Well,
yeah, and some
sure.
8X, some pocket nines.
Eights, nines,
Yeah,
pocket fours.
lots of the junky stuff that, well, yeah. Not ace,
all
not
his
jack.
all his
for
clubs
sure.
that floated the flop.
Yeah.
Nine, like
So you would overbet?
Pair of eights.
mhm.
And then
All
better-
his eights fold, even some of his aces fold here.
Yeah, he in theory should
Oh,
fold.
we're making
like-
the ace X indifferent. Holy shit.
Yeah, in dreamland, you get an ace to fold.
No, because it's
No, I'm
it's
sure. that
aces and jacks
people
with an
will
8
fold.
kicker. So ace 7 is not
Yeah.
very happy here. Right?
Yeah,
Because
he,
it's calling for a chop.
I'm not. Hey, the UTG just bet twice, like big.
People
and I
are
had
out there
A7
calling
of
with
hearts.
ace size. People are calling
No,
with
man,
ace
like
size.
people are folding. Like people fold this spot because, like, oh my god, my kicker doesn't play. I'm gonna.
yeah, and
fold.
also
That's
like
what
you
they
see
think.
every time they call, you see, oh my god, he's such a fish, he called. But when he folds, you just don't see it. So
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of students do that. Like, oh no, they always call here. No, they don't. When they fold, you just
Yeah.
don't know.
Spicy with the sixes there, eh? Oh,
A
Well,
guy
Danny made it
triple
easy. He
barrel.
bet small and then he
Yeah.
gave up. Like he's supposed to
Yeah.
barrel the turn.
Right?
yeah,
The sizings were the issue. The sizings were the issue here.
yeah.
Yeah, you're supposed to
Yeah,
bet turn
Just
here.
like keep the pressure on. Keep the pressure on. It's not the sixes will not let go.
Yeah.
The
It's
sixes
You're
capped
even-
range against uncapped range. Like
You're even
the
like
faucet's
value
on. Let the
betting.
drain pour.
You're
Yeah.
even value betting to gut shot plus flush draw. So
Yeah, like honestly,
Because
I'd
your
rather
range
call
is
sixes
protected
than
by all the
ace.
best value hands.
so
You
yeah,
can
you
ace
also
bang a
are like
six off on the
merge
river,
betting, kind of.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kinda.
okay. Easy fold.
I mean, this we got nothing. Okay. Do we call this?
I think
Uh,
you just can't fold or
Yeah, we gotta call. Gotta call.
5 blinds.
Yeah,
King
yeah.
X.
Easy call.
Wow,
Yeah.
when the guy shows
Especially,
up with 9-5 suited, right? Like now it's party.
especially when the
good.
big blind, I mean, not every side does this, but when he's sitting out, he just mucks. He doesn't realize his equity. So then even more. Limp on the
Nice.
button. I just don't, I mean, I don't know theory wise, but I just don't have limps ever.
I would
Like I should
raise here.
study that.
Yeah.
I know, it just sort of protects you
Um,
from the guy at the 12 big blind stack. We could just jam, but you'd still
See,
probably
think.
call off with the
Wait, what is he
9-10 if he
doing?
jams.
yeah, what is he doing again?
No, I think I'm the one who taught him this. Why is he learning it from me? I'm pretty sure that I had to sell him on limping the button with 8.
I was
never
about to say,
studied.
I'm a serial limper. He may have got this from me too.
Maybe I don't know, but
He-
but
he
he didn't
got
know about
this-
the strategy. I had to
See-
convince him. I was like, I saw it in the Run It Once video. You know,
He-
limping
he
10.
got
Well, he
this
he
sickness
definitely didn't
from
watch
one
Matt
guy.
Affleck's latest webinar on
I
limping.
have no idea about
Maybe
limping.
not. Yeah, but I don't think 9. I mean, I told him 9, 8, 10, 8
Alright,
suited.
alright.
You know, would be a decent
You wanna
move.
be a dirty limper, it's fine. Here you are.
It's good.
Why would you
limping
check
is
this
good.
flop?
I don't know.
I don't know.
He might be scared of not calling it off versus
Wait.
jam, but I think you just call versus
Wait, he
jam.
checked the flop. You know.
Yeah, why would he check the flop?
The,
He's
the
up
good
to
thing about
Yeah,
limping.
you're not gonna get value if you hit the spade now.
38 hands up
Yeah.
to no good. Here we are with a value hand.
And even like
See
you
that.
have a 10 high, whatever they fold, it's excellent also.
Like we have trouble with like our hand classes, like what is value? What benefits from betting? What benefits from checking? If you bet here, you're gonna realize equity. What, your flush comes in 35% of the time, but when you bet, they fold some portion of the time. That way you win more than when you just make your flush, you know?
Yeah, and you also have
Fold
another
equity,
great turns like 9, 10, 8,
Yeah.
jack, 6.
the basics again. You know, we don't play, we miss the basics.
Oh, yeah. Now the pot is 3.75 bigs. We don't get to have like a
6
big pot
point something.
with flush. So we could have had a bigger pot with the flush. You know,
Yeah.
just saying.
I was
would
gonna
have gone
say,
a
do you
little bigger.
guys after it goes bet call? Do you guys just ever call here? I think raising's probably better, but
Raise. Because we
Yeah,
have
I
a
think I
10
would have raised
flush, right?
bigger.
I don't
You
think
wanna-
you need to raise
you
a
need to build
flush
the pot.
with SPR.
Yeah, definitely. 6, I would have gone for 6. 6
Okay.
big blinds.
Little too small ball. with
Yeah,
him
why
just
not
like-
jam? No, we could have been in again.
Yeah,
I
if I
No,
if
but
I put 6
this
on
is
the
all
flop
this-
on the
yeah.
turn, there's another like jamming the river doesn't it's fine. Like 6, 6, 12, like the pot would be like 16, he would have 21, like jamming would be just fine.
One more spot where we could have just been in, taken all the chips, but this guy.
To be fair, if you bet the flop, maybe King Jack folds the flop with no spade. So
Maybe,
Yeah,
so you
yeah.
made the trap. Maybe. To be fair,
Maybe.
you know, you got to be consistent. So he set the trap. Yeah. Okay. Wow.
fine.
Okay, sure. Put him in.
that's little weird, no?
They're all
Wait,
short.
yeah, they're
They're
all
all
short. Just jam.
this
Oh,
is probably
short.
fine.
Fine, yeah.
Open jamming, queen ten off? On the
You
cutoff?
can't do you don't want to min raise.
The highest
min raise and
stack's eight-
call,
eight
right?
big
So
blinds.
just jam it, yeah.
The fact that there's multiple guys with like 6 big blinds, they're probably close to the bubble now.
Yeah.
I think it's fine to do this because you get to fold
Well,
out some.
no,
If you
like,
win,
king
if
deuce,
you win, do
know.
you have like this when
Yeah,
you pass to the
yes.
$600, do you have a starting stack or do you have whatever you passed with?
you pass with whatever you
Oh
held
my
on with. So there's starting to be a little bit of like, there's no point here risking 10 bigs when you have. No, when it's yours already, no?
Oh,
It's an accumulator. And then only 2 players make it here.
Yeah. Mhm.
It's top 10% field and it's 2 players, 2 or 3, something like that.
So it's like Chippy V.
So
Like you
you
play
don't,
for
not
chips.
also, you don't wanna lose chips, you don't want them to double up
Yeah,
because then you have another competitor.
yeah.
Well,
Oh,
if
this
this
is
is the
true.
final six, that means
Uh,
like they're gonna be
Right.
having to cannibalize each other. So like collision effect's kind of high.
I don't think it's the
Cannibalize.
final six.
Cannibalize each other. Wow.
Cannibalize. I've never heard that term used in poker before.
So I'm not
Very
a
cool.
fan of this jam.
I'm
I think
gonna
it's borderline.
cannibalized.
And we lose.
Yeah. That. Oh my god, I'm not gonna make any bad puns.
It's survival of the fittest around here. Eat or be eaten.
It's like a Lord of the Flies. Okay. Okay, cannibalize them again. Wait, what? Why didn't he cannibalize them with the fives?
Well, we might.
Seems like a pretty good. I mean, it seems like a good jamming hand, right? Like
No,
if
no,
he's
no,
gonna
no.
jam. No, I don't know.
61 big
Oh
blind.
yeah, okay, 60, 60. Yeah, you can't cannibalize that guy. He's too big. Oh, nice. Wait, what? Yeah, we lose it. Unfortunately. Is it final tree?
I don't think so
Seems like
because
it is.
the previous hand, one guy won and was out of the table, so it's probably a
Oh.
table rearrangement. So there's gotta be another table. He went to another table.
Okay, okay.
So yeah, ace eight.
Got a call. Got a call the 10 jack.
Okay, I think this is the last hand.
Yep. So it was yeah, I think it's like everybody has killed each other, and this is the last hand.
Yeah.
I think it's yeah, you gotta call this. Yeah.
Think it's a call?
Yeah,
Three
yeah, yeah, of course. How is it not? Yeah, how can it be a fold? 10 big blinds. It's a flip. We lost a flip. Unlucky. Are you thinking of folding 10 jack suited? Like you flip with all the pairs. You don't like you're leading in front of the pairs. You're flipping with all ace x off. You know, it's a very strong hand. At least I think so.
Like you don't play jack nine here, right? So it has to be the bottom.
I think you do though.
I think in
It
GPB,
depends on the ICM. It depends on the ICM.
yeah,
Like,
exactly. On
honestly.
GPB, you
It just
snap
depends
call
on the
Jack
ICM.
9 suited.
ICM here
Yeah,
is this, like there's two players that make it.
Then you definitely have to call because you need to win. Right? You need to win some chips.
Yeah, there's no benefit
You're
on.
basically playing chip EV at this point, right? Because you need the chips to even do anything. So you're
Do you
you're
think
trying
it's
to
more of
gauge.
a chippy V spot?
I mean, I think so. I don't know the face
I also
tournament,
don't exactly
rules,
know
you know?
these
I
kind of.
think
But
you
like
are
if
GPB,
yeah.
but the guy who jams isn't. So
Ah,
that
yeah, something like that. Because
exactly.
yeah. Because you need chips, so you're playing for chips. You're not
So
playing for
without,
ladders or
even
anything.
if you are GPB, it still impacts on you the ICM the button has because it's shoving tighter.
Oh,
So then
okay.
you are calling
Yeah.
tighter. But I think Jack 10 suited is still in there. Even Jack 9 suited, I think. If the setup is as we just spoke.
Yeah, I think. I
Alright,
agree.
alright, well, we called and we lost. I wasn't sure about that hand. It seems like we played it well. So at
I don't
least,
hate Jack 10 here. I think it's fine.
yeah, at least that's that.
So must.
Alright, thanks a lot for watching, everybody.